Who's the most difficult player for you to guard in the NBA in your first 3 years? Who would you say presents the most challenges for you?
But I would say the guy that I probably struggled with a lot, like earlier on, was probably Shai.
Shai.
It's Shai.
Basketball has always been about legacy, players who rise above the game to leave their mark forever. But what if I told you we're witnessing the rebirth of one of the greatest legacies in NBA history? There's a player in today's league who doesn't just admire Kobe Bryant. He's breathing life into the Mamba mentality every time he steps on the court. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is redefining what it means to dominate, combining precision, poise, and passion in a way that hasn't been seen since Kobe himself. His moves are familiar, his mindset relentless, and his rise to superstardom feels almost destined. But why is no one talking about him? Why does it feel like the NBA is keeping this story in the shadows? This is the untold story of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the closest thing we've seen to the return of Kobe Bryant. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, remember the name, because you're watching the emergence of something truly special. Drafted 11th overall in 2018, Shai was never the loudest name in his draft class. In fact, some questioned whether his unique style of play would even translate to the fast-paced, three-point heavy game of today's NBA. But what they didn't see was the spark of greatness waiting to ignite. Fast forward to now, and Shai isn't just a star, he's a phenomenon. Last season, Shai was the runner-up in MVP voting, only behind the incomparable Nikola Jokic. This season, he's shattered expectations, leading the league in key categories like total points, free throws, defensive win shares, and defensive box plus minus. The stats paint a picture of a basketball monster, but numbers alone don't tell the full story. What makes Shai so mesmerizing is the way he plays, a throwback to the artistry of the game's past, mixed with the ingenuity of its future. He doesn't rely on brute force or flashy gimmicks. Instead, he controls the court with an elegance and precision that feels eerily familiar. Watching him, you can't help but think of Kobe Bryant, the same deadly footwork, the same unstoppable mid-range mastery, the same calculated dominance. But Shai isn't just following in Kobe's footsteps, he's carving his own path. His ability to dissect defenses, his unpredictable improvisation, and his unwavering confidence have set him apart as one of the most complete players in the league. And yet, despite all of this, Shai remains one of the NBA's best-kept secrets. When you think of Kobe Bryant, what comes to mind? His relentless drive, his ice-cold composure in clutch moments, and his obsession with perfecting every inch of his game. Now, let's talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. From the very beginning, Shai has embodied that same mindset. A self-proclaimed Kobe fanboy, Shai grew up idolizing the Black Mamba, not just for his achievements, but for his process. Kobe was Michael Jordan on steroids, Shai once said, highlighting his admiration for Kobe's combination of skill, intelligence, and work ethic. But here's the kicker. Shai isn't just copying Kobe, he's adding his own twist. While Kobe thrived on isolations and post-up brilliance, Shai's style reflects the evolution of basketball. He's a master of controlled chaos, thriving on unpredictability and improvisation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said it best, Shai's advantage comes from not even knowing what he's going to do next. This unpredictability makes Shai almost impossible to guard. He blends Kobe's meticulous attention to detail with a modern edge, one moment stopping on a dime for a silky mid-range jumper, the next slicing to the rim with deceptive ease. And just like Kobe, he punishes defenders who overcommit, using one of the most effective pump fakes in the league to draw fouls or create space. If you need further proof of the Mamba mentality in Shai, just look at his stats. He leads the league in drives per game, averaging over 21 per night, relentlessly probing defenses. He attacks with the same precision and fearlessness that defined Kobe's career. Whether it's a spin move through traffic, a perfectly timed Euro step, or a fadeaway jumper with a hand in his face, Shai's game is all about finding the weak spot and exploiting it. What's more, Shai shares another key trait with Kobe: poise under pressure. Whether it's crunch time in a tight game or a tough defensive matchup, Shai thrives in moments where others fold. It's not just about skill. It's about the mental toughness to stay composed when everything is on the line. When it comes to pure skill, few players have ever captivated the basketball world like Kobe Bryant. His footwork was art in motion, sharp pivots, flawless spins, and a mastery of angles that left defenders grasping at air. For years, Kobe was the benchmark for precision in the mid-range game, turning what many see as a lost art into a lethal weapon. Now, in the modern NBA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is carrying that torch and elevating it in ways that feel eerily familiar. Let's start with the mid-range, where Kobe lived and breathed. Over his career, Kobe shot an impressive 48% from the mid-range, a number far above league averages. Shai, he's taking it up a notch, shooting an incredible 52% from the same range. But what makes Shai so dangerous is that he doesn't rely on just one trick. Like Kobe, he's a master of improvisation, reading defenders in real time and reacting with split-second decisions. Whether it's a sudden change of pace, a hesitation dribble, or a step-back jumper, Shai's arsenal is as unpredictable as it is effective. Then there's the isolation game. Kobe was a killer when the floor opened up, owning one-on-one matchups with surgical precision. Similarly, Shai thrives in those moments where the game slows down, and it's just him versus his defender. What sets him apart is his ability to use controlled chaos to his advantage. Defenders never know if he'll hit them with a pump fake, blow by them with a burst of speed, or stop for a fadeaway jumper. Take his signature rope-a-dope move, for example. Shai lulls defenders into a false sense of security, making them think they're in control, only to exploit their slightest mistake with a quick burst to the rim or a pull-up jumper. It's a move that Kobe himself might have admired for its subtle brilliance. And then there's the footwork. Watching Shai navigate through traffic is like watching an artist paint a masterpiece. Every pivot, every spin, every hesitation is deliberate, designed to throw defenders off balance. It's in these moments that you see the Kobe influence most clearly. The attention to detail, the patience to wait for the perfect angle, and the confidence to execute. But here's where Shai carves his own identity, his ability to manipulate tempo. While Kobe often relied on relentless aggression, Shai has mastered the art of slowing down at the right moment. In a league where speed and athleticism dominate, Shai's ability to decelerate, create space, and finish with finesse sets him apart. And let's not forget his left hand. Many players are limited by their dominant hand, but not Shai. His versatility allows him to attack from any angle, keeping defenders guessing. Add in his ability to navigate through contact and finish around the rim, and you have a player who can break down even the toughest defenses. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doesn't just mimic Kobe Bryant, he's redefined the Mamba mentality for the modern era. While Kobe dominated in a league built on isolation and grit, Shai thrives in today's faster, more spaced-out game. The result? A player who seamlessly blends old-school fundamentals with modern innovation. Where Kobe turned the mid-range into his personal canvas, Shai has made it an art form tailored for 2024. His ability to freeze defenders with hesitation dribbles, manipulate angles with his footwork, and finish plays with surgical precision shows he's more than just a Kobe disciple. He's a true innovator. But it's not just scoring. In an era that rewards versatility, Shai has taken the Mamba mentality and expanded it. His ability to create for teammates, anticipate defensive schemes, and control tempo gives him an edge that even Kobe's admirers would appreciate. This evolution isn't about stepping out of Kobe's shadow. It's about building something entirely new. Shai has turned the legacy of one of basketball's greatest into a foundation for his own style. He's proven that the principles of relentless preparation, intelligent execution, and fearless dominance aren't limited to one era. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander isn't just a player who performs, he's a leader who inspires. Much like Kobe Bryant, Shai's influence extends far beyond the hardwood. His dedication to preparation, obsession with improvement, and relentless competitiveness set the tone for his team. Teammates and coaches alike describe Shai as the ultimate gym rat, always the first to arrive and the last to leave. This echoes Kobe's legendary work ethic, where perfection wasn't just a goal, it was the baseline. Shai's mindset is simple yet profound. Every game, every practice, every possession is an opportunity to dominate and improve. But leadership isn't just about hard work. It's about elevating those around you. Shai's ability to read the game, create for others, and maintain poise in high-pressure moments reflects a maturity that defies his age. His teammates feed off his calm confidence, knowing they're led by someone who thrives under the weight of responsibility. Off the court, Shai embodies the same drive to inspire. He's vocal about his journey, his mentality, and the importance of staying true to the process. It's this blend of humility and unshakable belief that makes him not just a star, but a leader capable of carrying a legacy. The path Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is blazing feels eerily familiar, like the resurgence of a legend. But while comparisons to Kobe Bryant are both inevitable and justified, Shai is carving out a legacy that is uniquely his own. At just 25 years old, Shai has already established himself as one of the most versatile and dominant players in the league. He's not just a scorer, he's a playmaker, a defender, and a leader. His ability to impact the game in so many facets has already transformed the Oklahoma City Thunder into a rising powerhouse, a team built around his singular talent and relentless drive. But what truly sets Shai apart is his hunger for greatness. He's vocal about wanting to be the best to ever play the game, a sentiment that mirrors Kobe's famous obsession with winning. And it's not just talk. Shai backs it up every night with performances that defy expectations and push the boundaries of what we thought he could achieve. One thing is clear: Shai Gilgeous-Alexander may never be Kobe Bryant, but he embodies the essence of Mamba mentality in every dribble, every shot, and every clutch moment. The torch is being carried, and basketball has found its next relentless killer.